Project. This month's episode is about the classic book, Never Eat Alone by Keith Ferrazzi. This is perhaps the ultimate book on networking, so let's just dig right in and find out the 5 keys to masterful networking. And some final notes, listen to the end for my pithy summary, and also stay tuned to the end for your corresponding PMI code. So never eat alone. 5 parts here. The first part is mindset. So what is the mindset of never eat alone? Or shall we just simplify it and say networking? Well, if I could boil it down to one item, it would be to have a specific mission. What is the goal that you're trying to achieve? That will give you the focus or target for what you're aiming for. Now for skill number 2, it is skill set. So now that you have your goal, what skills do you need to achieve it? Well, here are a few tips from Keith Ferrazzi, the master networker. In no particular order, here they are. First, warm up a cold call within 15 seconds by adding some credibility. So are you referenced by a master user or celebrity? Do you have a certification like a PMP? Do you have a mutual friend? Oftentimes, that's the best connection. Make sure that you end the call with a call to action. For example, I'll meet you next Tuesday to discuss options A and B. Emails. They should have a catchy subject line. They need to be brief and have a clear call to action. Just giving someone some info doesn't usually pull the trigger. Give them something to do. Follow up is a big key. If it's been a week on an important item, don't just keep waiting. Reach out to them. Another tip, plan on who you'll bump into at the next conference or networking event. Just another good tip, the following people are excellent connectors, so you should get to know some of them. Restaurant managers, headhunters, lobbyists, fundraisers, PR people, journalists, and bloggers are some of the best. And the final tip is small talk is often the key to success. Find something in common with the person you're talking to. Tip number 3, turn connections into compatriots. So now that you have some networking skills, how do you convert your connections into compatriots or allies? I love that Keith mentions Dale Carnegie here. If you make someone feel significant and recognized, you'll soon find a compatriot. Just learning their name and interest will help you out tremendously. Need another connections to compatriots tip? Throw dinner parties. The ideal number of people you're aiming for is 6 to 10, and try to have an anchor guest. Well, who's an anchor guest? Well, it's someone who's well connected, like a reporter, a local celebrity, or someone who has a unique profession like an artist. Need a few more tips? Well, here's 5 quick ones. For these dinner parties, number 1, have a theme. Number 2, don't be a slave to your kitchen. Get some of it as takeout if you'd like, or pre-cook it beforehand. Number 3, mix couples up with some teaser questions. Number 4, don't be formal. Jeans are just fine, especially in the Northwest. And finally, number 5, email photos afterwards. People always love that. Now for big tip or section number 4, it's connecting in the digital age. And with our digital world, with like LinkedIn, Facebook, we can literally connect with hundreds, even thousands of people. However, how many people should we keep frequent communications with? Well, Keith suggests 50 to 150, which sounds totally right and lines up with existing research by other writers and authors such as Malcolm Gladwell. Consider this. What are some other tips to stay connected in the digital age? Just a few ones here. Remember, trust is often an equation which equals generosity plus being vulnerable, or I'd say slightly vulnerable, being accountable, and being candid. Number 2, Email subject line should have some good utility or curiosity. So for utility, something like how to write an executive summary in 3 lines or less. For curiosity, why is Jeff Bezos perhaps the smartest business leader out there? Another final tip for Facebook, LinkedIn, mention something that has your current attention, such as how has AI sped up your recruiting efforts? Final section of the book, number 5, trade up and give back. Here are just some few kind of, I wouldn't say random tips, but just good tips from Keith. Be interesting. Don't just fill time. I'll add my 2 cents here. Before hosting a party, perhaps even entertaining a conversation, think of at least one interesting or relevant story prior to engaging them. It doesn't have to be that long. Another tip is have a diverse group of friends. A local church or gym will help a lot here. Another one, be unique. Don't just try to fit in everywhere. That certainly won't work. Another tip, start small. You don't need to be on network TV right away. Start locally. There's a lot of groups there. Such groups like the PMI organization, Toastmasters, and many, many others. Alrighty then. It's past my bedtime, so let's wrap up this little burrito. Here's our pithy little project management lesson condensed down to 5 short bullet points. Number 1, mindset. Have a goal in mind. Is it to achieve your PMP license? I sure hope so. Number 2, skill set. Are you are your emails concise and helpful? Do you have follow-up? Number 3, connections to compatriots. Are you hosting dinner parties? Are you giving back? Turning acquaintances into allies. Number 4, connecting in the digital age. This is similar to skill set. And just be thinking, how often are you offering value? And finally, number 5, trade up and give back. Go out there, join groups, and enjoy. My personal advice, never stop networking and learning, and do it all with integrity. Alrighty, that's all, folks. And by all, I mean this is probably my last pithy PM podcast. I'm constrained by time, and the cost benefit ratio of this podcast has been fruitful, but less than ideal, and I need to move on to other endeavors. Now, for some good news, today's episode counts towards 0.25 hours of business acumen if you're looking for continued ed hours on your PMP cert. Finally, big thanks to all you listeners out there, and if you'd like to connect, please see the show notes. Once again, thank you for listening to Pithy Project Management. For spending a short time out of your day to sharpen the saw, you won't regret investing in yourself. This podcast was written and produced by Ben Walker. You can contact us via the podcast notes or look up Pithy Project Management on Facebook. Feel free to send in any questions, comments, suggestions, but save your complaints for your dog. Thank you. God bless and good night.